Christmas University Challenge. Asking the questions, Jeremy Paxman.
Hello, 5 first-round matches down, 2 to go as 2 more teams of graduates compete for a place in the semi-finals of this festive series and show students how it should be done. 195 is the score to beat if tonight's winning team is to be guaranteed a place in the semi-finals. The word motley scarcely does justice to the range of talent represented by the team from the University of York. First, a familiar face to many as the Grammy Award-winning former member of one of the UK's most successful boy bands. With him, an archaeologist who's been a regular contributor to Channel 4's Time Team and who intends to stand for the Green Party in the 2015 general election. Their captain heads a world-famous and much-loved institution which, during his 10 years at the helm, has seen a dramatic increase in visitor numbers. And finally, a writer and broadcaster perhaps best known for his TV series What the Romans Did for Us, although he also says he's a descendant of William IV, second cousin once removed to the Prime Minister David Cameron, and a member of the British Toilet Association. We will delve no further, though, not just ask the York team to introduce themselves.
Hi, I'm Philip Lawson. I graduated in music in 1979. I spent 18 years in the King Singers, and I'm now a choral composer, arranger and conductor.
Hello, I'm Helen Geek. I did a doctorate in archaeology in the 1990s, and I now work for the British Museum.
This is their captain.
Hello, I'm Michael Dixon. I studied for a doctorate in the Department of Biology between 1977 and 1980, and nowadays I'm director of the Natural History Museum.
Hi, I'm Adam Hart-Davis. I finished my doctorate in chemistry in 1968. I've spent 30 years in television and now I'm more or less retired. I do a bit of painting, a bit of drawing and an awful lot of green woodwork.
The smorgasbord of accomplishment displayed by the team from the University of Surrey includes an award-winning composer, conductor and music editor whose CV includes the Lord of the Rings trilogy, a psychologist, journalist and broadcaster for whom the writing of books such as The Meme Machine may provide a brief respite from being married to Adam Hart-Davis. Their captain is one of the UK's best-known scientists with several television series and Radio 4's The Life Scientific to his credit. And they're joined by a composer and conductor much in demand around the world who in 1984 became the first woman to conduct at the BBC Proms. So now let's ask to be formally introduced to the Surrey team.
Hi, I'm Michael Price. I studied music and sound recording at Surrey, graduating in 1990. Now I'm a composer, probably best known for my film and TV work like BBC's Sherlock.
I'm Sue Blackmore. I completed a master's degree in environmental psychology in 1974 and a PhD in parapsychology in 1980. I'm a writer, lecturer and a visiting professor at the University of Plymouth.
And this is their captain.
Hello, I'm Jamal Khalili. I graduated with a degree in physics from the University of Surrey in 1986, followed by a PhD in nuclear physics in 1989, also from Surrey. I'm now a professor of physics, and I'm still at the University of Surrey.
Hello, my name is Odalinda La Martinez. I graduated from Surrey with a master's in music composition in 1977. I am a freelance composer and conductor, and I'm also director of the record label Laurelt and the Ensemble Lontano.
Well, I'll make the possibly foolish assumption that you all know the rules. I won't bother reminding you of them, so let's put our fingers on the buzzers, and here's a first starter for 10. Quote, a lovely thing about Christmas is that it's compulsory, like a thunderstorm, and we all go through it together. These are the words of which US writer and radio broadcaster in Leaving Home, a 19...
York Geek.
Garrison Keillor.
Correct, yes. So you get the first set of bonuses, York. They're on gifts in the song, The 12 Days of Christmas. In each case, give the name of the gift. For example, Drummers Drumming, that might include the following. Firstly, David Cecil, who became an Olympic champion in Amsterdam in 1928.
Swans, maybe.
Seven swans swimming.
No, that was Lords a leaping. He was Lord Burleigh, who won the 400 metres hurdles at that date. So let's go on to the next one for 5 points. The allegorical figures of winter, spring and summer in a painting of the 1630s by Poussin, now in the Wallace collection.
Four Corley birds.
No, it's ladies dancing. You're obviously not familiar with the painting A Dance to the Music of Time. Finally, for a possible 5 points, the penultimate movement of Saint-Saëns' suite, The Carnival of the Animals, scored for a cello and two pianos.
Swans.
That is Seven Swans Swimming.
Swans are swimming is all I needed. That's fine, thank you. Right, 10 points for this. The title of a work by E.M. Forster, inspired by his childhood home, the title of James Joyce's final novel, and the name of one of Europe's largest department stores on Brompton Road in Knightsbridge, all lack which linguistic feature?
York Dixon.
An apostrophe.
Correct. Right, your bonuses are on writer's last words. Quote, "It's been such a long time since I've had champagne." These were the last words of which author of plays and short stories who died of tuberculosis in 1904?
George Bernard Shaw.
That was Chekhov. Now comes good sailing, followed by the two words moose and Indian. Those were the last words of which essayist, poet and philosopher who died in Concord, Massachusetts in 1862?
Emerson.
No, that was Henry David Thoreau. And finally, the winner of the 1936 Nobel Prize for Literature, which New York-born dramatist's last words were reputedly, "I knew it, born in a hotel room and, God damn it, died in a hotel room."
No idea.
Sorry, don't know.
That's Eugene O'Neill. 10 points for this. A 1945 article by George Orwell entitled You and the Atom Bomb is cited by the OED as the first usage of what two-word term? The piece refers to a state which was at once unconquerable and in a permanent state of what with its neighbours?
Surrey Price.
I was going to say nuclear winter, but...
No. Anyone like to buzz from York?
York Dixon.
Cold War.
Cold War is correct, yes. Right, these bonuses, York, are on European history. The Winter King is a byname given to Frederick, Elector Palatine, after his short reign as king of which country? He was crowned in 1619 and fled after defeat in battle the following year.
Poland.
No, it's Bohemia. Frederick became king of Bohemia following the deposition of which ruler? A leading figure of the Counter-Reformation, he became Holy Roman Emperor in 1619. I need only the regnal name.
Augustus.
No, it was Ferdinand. Frederick's daughter, Sophia, was the mother of which king of Great Britain?
George I.
Correct, yes. OK, time for a picture round. For your picture starter, you'll see a map of part of the United Kingdom marked with the location of a battle of 1460 during the Wars of the Roses. 10 points if you can give me the name of the battle, now shared with a nearby city.
York Geek.
Towton.
No, anyone like to buzz from Surrey?
Battles, Bosworth. Or we may not confer.
Stop conferring.
Sorry. No, I'm just fretting.
Surrey Blackmore.
Haven't a clue.
Right, OK, you're useless. Right, that's the Battle of Wakefield. So we'll take the picture bonuses in a moment or two and we'll have another starter question in the meantime. Right, 10 points for this. They asked for my story, I have told it. Enough. These are the final words of which ghost story first published in 1983 and adapted for the cinema in a version released in 2012?
Sari Al-Khalili.
Woman in Black.
Correct, yes. Susan Hill's story. Now, the Battle of Wakefield, which was that picture starter that no one managed to identify, took place on the 30th of December 1460. Your bonuses are 3 more conflicts that particularly strained the concept of peace and goodwill to all men as they took place in December and the festive season. 5 points for each battle you can identify. Firstly, this naval engagement of December 1939.
Rio Plata.
The Battle of the River Plate. Yes, it's normally known as the Battle of the River Plate.
I pronounced it in Spanish.
But you're quite right. No, you're just showing off. But you're absolutely spot on. Well done.
Spanish.
Well, yes, do you?
No, I've just copied what she told me.
Right. Secondly, this battle of the American Revolutionary War, sharing its name with the modern US state capital.
Trenton. The capital of New Jersey is Trenton. Trenton.
Okay. Battle of Trenton.
Correct, yes. Finally, this battle of the Napoleonic Wars.
That's Austria, and that's Salzburg, I think. Innsbruck. No.
Salzburg.
No, that's Austerlitz, the Battle of the Three Emperors.
Sorry.
OK, 10 points for this starter question. Fingers on the buzzers. What 2-word seasonal name is commonly given to Schlumberger bucklei? It's often pink flowering with overtly flattened stems and absent or inconspicuous spines.
York Dixon.
Christmas rose.
No, anyone like to buzz from Surrey?
Surrey Blackmore.
Cactus.
Christmas cactus is correct, yes. Right, your bonuses, Surrey, now are on the ozone layer. Firstly, the Dutch chemist Paul Crutzen won the 1995 Nobel Prize in Chemistry for showing that the decay products of which molecule react catalytically with ozone, speeding up depletion.
CFCs.
Yes, that's,
CFCs.
that's not. OK, we'll just say that.
CFCs.
No, it's nitrous oxide, N2O. Secondly, Crutzen shared the prize with Mario Molina and Sherwood Rowland, the authors of an article about the action of CFCs in depleting the ozone layer. For what do the letters CFC stand?
Chlorofluoro...
Yeah,
just
chlorofluorocarbon. Chlorofluorocarbons?
Correct. And lastly, named after a British physicist born in 1889, what is the most common unit for measuring ozone concentration?
Very, very tiny, isn't it?
Yes.
Nano concentration.
Name of the physicist.
Sorry.
No, don't know.
It's a Dobson unit. 10 points for this. Stating his wish, quote, to give an entertainment before her in the castle from my own works and from the works of Shakespeare, which Scottish poet walked over 60 miles from Dundee to Balmoral in 1878 to present himself to Queen Victoria?
Surrey Blackmore.
Burns.
Nope. Anyone like to buzz from York? You may not confer. One of you can buzz.
York Hart Davis.
McGonagall.
Yes, it was the world's worst poet. Your bonuses are on First Ladies of the USA. I need the usual first name and the surname in each case, please. Firstly, who's the author of First Lady from Plains, a memoir covering events such as the Iranian hostage crisis and the Panama Canal treaties?
I know his daughter. I don't know his wife.
Jimmy Carter's wife. Don't we know her name?
Mary or something.
Mary Carter.
That was Rosalind Carter. Secondly, A Glad Awakening is the 1987 memoir of which First Lady? She describes both her recovery from substance abuse and the founding of the rehabilitation centre that bears her name.
Betty Ford.
Correct. Pleasantly soporific and untroubled by self-doubt. These are words from a review of Spoken from the Heart, the memoir of which recent First Lady?
Barbara Bush.
No, it was Laura Bush. Right, we're going to take a music round. For your music starter, you'll hear a piece of classical music. 10 points if you can name the composer, please.
Sorry, Martinez.
Chopin is correct, yes. That was his Winter Wind. You'll now hear 3 more pieces of music, each associated with the kind of weather one might expect of a British winter. Firstly, for 5 points, can you name the French composer of this piece, please?
Oh, the composer, Debussy.
Debussy.
Correct, yes, Footsteps in the Snow. Secondly, for 5 more points, I need the name of the US composer of this piece, please.
Steve Reich.
Steve Reich, It's Gonna Rain. And finally, this German composer, please.
Beethoven.
Beethoven.
It is the Thunderstorm from Beethoven's Sixth. Well done. Right, 10 points for this. Give the opera that comes next, chronologically speaking, in this list of works by Verdi. Rigoletto, Il Trovatore, and which opera based on a novel by Alexandre Dumas fils?
Sorry, Martinez.
La Bohème? Sorry, that's the wrong composer.
Anyone like to buzz from York?
York Lawson.
Macbeth.
That's La Traviata. 10 points for this. A Sport of Nature, My Son's Story and Get a Life are works by which novelist who died in July 2014? Born in South Africa in 1923, she won the Nobel Prize for...
York Geek.
Doris Lessing.
No, you lose 5 points. She won the Nobel Prize in Literature in 1991. One of you may buzz, sorry. I'll tell you, it's Nadine Gordimer. 10 points for this. Ruling from London for the first 2/3 of his reign, which British king was succeeded by 2 of his sons and 3 of his grandchildren before his dynasty was itself succeeded by that of his great-nephew?
York Hart Davis.
The Georgians. George I. I can't remember what the question was.
Can't remember the answer either.
No.
Anyone like to buzz from Surrey? It's Charles I. 10 points for this. What broad group of insects connect in finance, an options strategy designed to have a high probability of a limited profit, in art, a monogram used by James McNeill Whistler, and in chaos theory, the effect of sensitive dependence on initial conditions?
York Geek.
Butterfly.
Correct. Back on level pegging, these bonuses will give you the lead. They're on a Christmas toy. Firstly, for 5, invented by a Hungarian professor of architecture, which best-selling toy of Christmas 1980 has recently been shown to require a maximum of 20 moves to complete?
Rubik's Cube.
Correct. How many subcubes of a Rubik's Cube have at least 2 external coloured faces?
Sorry?
16.
No, it's 20. Constructed for Hungary's pavilion at the 1982 World's Fair, the world's largest Rubik's Cube is 3 metres tall. What, in metres squared, is the surface area of the whole cube?
$54.
54 metres squared is correct. Yes, well done. Right, 10 points for this. Formed in London in the late 1940s, which comedy troupe released the 1956 festive song I'm Walking Backwards for Christmas?
York Geek.
The Goons.
Yes. Right, York, these bonuses are on things orange in literature. Firstly, for 5, Orange is the New Black, My Year in a Woman's Prison, is a memoir of 2010 by which author? It inspired the 2013 television series of the same name.
Any guess?
American Woman.
Yeah. Any guesses? Sorry, don't know.
That's Piper Kerman. And secondly, described as the silent twin of her 1985 novel, Oranges Are Not the Only Fruit, what title did Jeanette Winterson give to the non-fiction account of her life first published in 2011?
I don't remember.
Sorry, we don't know.
It's why be happy when you can be normal. Derived from a Russian suffix meaning teen, what six-letter term denotes the form of slang spoken by the teenage protagonist of Anthony Burgess's 1962 novel A Clockwork Orange?
I haven't read it for 40 years.
Sorry, no.
That's Nadsat. Right, time for another picture round. For your picture starter, you're going to see a photograph of a national delegation at the opening ceremony of the 2014 Winter Olympics. For 10 points, I'd like you to identify the country represented, please.
York Dixon.
Monaco?
No, sorry, one of you, Buzz?
Sorry, Al Khalili.
Switzerland?
No, it's Malta, so we'll get the picture bonuses in a moment or two when someone's got a starter question right. 10 points for this. Noted for a distinctive Gothic cathedral that took 6 centuries to complete, which city is home to both the Brera Art Gallery and Leonardo da Vinci's The Last Supper?
York Hart Davis.
Salisbury?
No, anyone like to buzz from Surrey?
Italian city.
Sorry,
Milano.
Martinez.
Milan is correct, yes.
You have to guess.
I was going to say that. I have no idea why. Wow, well
So
done.
we're going to go back to the picture bonuses. You'll recall that you saw the flag of Malta because Malta sent an athlete to the Winter Olympics for the first time in 2014. Your picture bonuses show 3 more trailblazers in Sochi, each the first to carry the flag for their country at a Winter Olympics. In each case, simply give me the country represented. Firstly, for 5.
Venezuela?
Venezuela?
No, that's Paraguay. Secondly,
No idea.
Guess. Guess one single star.
Don't waste time, though.
No, don't know.
No, no.
that's East Timor's slalom skier. And finally,
That's an Israeli flag.
Yeah, so, first of all, Israel.
Yeah, I know. Look at the one behind. The one behind is South Africa.
Think of something.
Rhodesia? What's it called now? Zimbabwe?
Zimbabwe?
it is Zimbabwe, yes. Right, 10 points for this. Part of the equipment proposed by Benjamin Franklin for his kite experiment into the nature of electricity, a Leyden jar is the earliest form of an electrical component now commonly known as what?
York Hart Davis.
A capacitor.
Correct, yes. Your bonuses, York, are on Chambers-isms, that is, notable definitions that have appeared in various editions of the Chambers Dictionary. In each case, give the word from the definition. Firstly, a careless pedestrian whom motorists are expected to avoid running down.
Jaywalker?
Correct. Secondly, a cake, long in shape but short in duration.
Eclair?
Correct. Finally, a hairstyle that is short at the front, long at the back and ridiculous all round.
That's a mullet.
It is indeed. 4 minutes to go, 10 points for this. A reference to Adrian Mole, a vicar, the Supreme Leader and an Academy headmaster have all been representations of British Prime Ministers in which publication?
York Geek.
Private Eye.
Correct. These bonuses are on museums in Berlin, York. After an altar of Zeus transported from there and restored, which ancient Greek city, now in western Turkey, gives its name to the museum that is one of the most visited in Berlin?
It's the Pergamon Museum.
Correct. The Monk by the Sea and Lone Tree are among works by which German romantic artist in the Old National Gallery of Berlin?
Sorry, don't know.
There by Caspar David Friedrich. And finally, one of the best-known exhibits of the new museum in Berlin is a limestone and plaster bust of which Egyptian queen of the 18th dynasty?
Nefertiti.
Correct. 10 points for this starter question. What is the common name of Rangifer tarandus, an ungulate species in which both the male and the female grow antlers?
York Hart Davis.
Longhorn sheep.
Anyone like to have a go from Surrey?
Surrey Price.
Reindeer?
Correct. Your bonuses are on Christmas lectures at the Royal Institution. Firstly, which English scientist delivered the record number of 19 Christmas lectures at the Royal Institution between 1827 and 1860?
Michael Faraday.
Correct. In 1812, Faraday began working for which chemist and inventor, having attended his Royal Institution lectures and made copious notes with which the latter was greatly impressed?
Humphrey Davy.
Correct. Faraday's final series of Christmas lectures was published in 1861 and has remained in print ever since. His subject was the chemical history of what source of illumination?
Candle.
Correct. 10 points for this. Depicting the harsh grip of winter on the countryside, Hunters in the Snow is a work of 1565 by which Flemish artist noted...
York Geek.
Bruegel.
Yes, that's correct, Peter Bruegel the Elder. So you get a set of bonuses on bridges, York. In which city is the Verrazano Narrows Bridge? On completion in 1964, it was the world's longest suspension bridge.
Seattle?
No, it's in New York City. The Pont Neuf, now the oldest bridge in Paris, was inaugurated in 1607 by which ruler, the first of the Bourbon dynasty?
Sorry, don't know.
That's Henry IV, Henry of Navarre. Old London Bridge was the only Thames crossing in the city until which bridge opened in 1750? Let's have it, please.
Southwark Bridge?
No, it's Westminster Bridge. 10 points for this. Which publication originated in Newcastle in the late 1970s and features regular characters including Biffa Bacon, Mrs.
Surrey Price.
Viz.
Viz is correct, yes. Here are your bonuses. They're on the locations of Shakespeare's plays. The action of Much Ado About Nothing takes place in the city of Messina. And at the Gong, Surrey University have 110, York University have 135. Well, bad luck. You did have the lead at various points, but you were just unlucky with how some of the questions fell. But there was some very good working out there. Great musical knowledge, too. York, congratulations to you. Well done. You left it pretty tight, I thought, for much of the match. But anyway, never mind, you won. I don't think, to be perfectly honest, I don't think either of you is going to be coming back because 135 is not going to be one of the highest scores.
Could be 235 from here.
Well, that's because you're old and rather failing.
Comes rich from you, Jeremy.
So we shall say thank you and goodbye to both of you, but thank you both very much for playing. You didn't need to, and it was good fun. You were great sports. Thank you. I hope you can join us next time for another match, but until then, it's goodbye from Surrey University.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. It's goodbye from York University.
Goodbye.
It's goodbye from me. Goodbye.